in my life, there have been many times where things got so bad I thought that I would never have another good day ever again. I thought that when I lay out in the snow after all the events of the Demon Hungers transpired. I've thought that many times every year throughout my whole life, and I've been around for a lot of years, and I've thought that many times even over the last 4 years. Even still, I've sometimes thought, well, maybe now I don't get to have good days anymore. But consistently, you and really life itself have proven me wrong at every turn. They always say that your best days are yet to come, but it's true. And if anything, I want to remind you that I have been alive for so long. I have had so many days. I have been through so many different days, and I am still having best days of my life still. They are still coming. I've had multiple best days of my life, ones I will look back on for the rest of my life, this year. And this year is less than 0.25% of the time that I've been alive. So you can only imagine just how many great days that you will have. Sometimes it can feel really hard. Sometimes it can feel unbelievably hard to keep moving forward. But you must understand that the best days that you've had so far, all the days you look back on, there will be more like it. There always will be. Because there would have been a version of you before you had those great days who also doubted if you would ever have a good day again. And yet you did. And so you will. All we can do, no matter what happens, is continue moving forward. Find your footing and move forward. When 2 years ago, I felt, after what happened outside my apartment transformed me in front of you for the first time, I truly felt that I would never have another good day again. I was mortified to think of how you would all view me differently. And yet I also wanted to be viewed differently in a way that I wasn't. It felt strange and terrifying, and I was guilty, and I grieved, and I was angry, but still, I decided to keep moving. No matter how much I considered letting it all go, I still found my footing, and I moved forward. And that is what I will do every day, and that is what I want you to do every day. Find your footing, no matter where it is, even if you feel like you're drowning in the middle of the ocean. If you plant your feet firmly, they will reach solid ground. And while it may take some time, there will be a step to take, and you must take it. Take steps forward, always. And together, we will march on to new days, better days, no matter what has come before or what will come next. We accept that our best days lie ahead, not behind. The best days from behind us simply give us an idea of how much we have to look forward to. And if we all march together, we will be an army. And when we march together, I want to ask a question. When we march together, we need to do so as one. What will we be? What do I always say? Above all else, no matter who you're talking to, be what? What will we be? You're damn right we're going to be kind. Above all else, we will be kind. Being kind, no matter who you're dealing with, includes being kind to yourself. And I think that striking a balance when being kind to yourself is very hard. What I often think, and what helps me, and I'll share this with all of you, is that I accept the ways in which I struggle. Deeply implanted in my mind are these preconceptions and these ideas that will forever be with me. And that's just how these things work sometimes. There are things about you there's a lot about you can change, but there's some you can't. However, all of that can sometimes lead to a barrage of excuses. I sometimes will be struggling to work, and I'll be telling myself it's okay because of this, it's okay because of that, but that's not the same That's not the same. You can be kind to yourself, and you can give yourself clemency and space to have the time necessary to heal and to take the time to get things right in a way that you feel like you need. But you need to recognize when these things become excuses. You can recognize the reasons for why you make mistakes, but you cannot continue to make excuses for yourself because, like we say, if you find your footing and you keep walking, then you will find your next best day. But if you find your footing in your excuses and you don't walk anywhere, well, your best days may pass you by. And I've been worried about that for a long time. Sometimes it can feel really difficult to truly stand up and get started on the things that I know will move me forward through my life. But I must grow. Every one of us has a path. Every one of us has something that we must do. I know that you do, and I know that I do, and anyone who acts as though they've got it all figured out is lying, because I've had a lot of time, more time than really anyone, to get all my shit figured out, and I'm still, I feel, very much near the starting line. I think that all people are born good, and if anything, I would say that true evil is, as life goes on, I come to realize that true evil is incredibly rare. To find true evil is in thousands of people. Because even the people who do the worst things, most of them will be doing so because they genuinely believe that they are doing the right thing. And this is why I want all of you to practice kindness. It can be so easy to see an example of somebody acting in a way that we think is amoral or wrong, and to mock, ridicule, and that can be, that can be tempting, and it can feel good, to score a dunk like that. But if we lead by example, and if we allow people the opportunity to change, and if we are kind to everyone, regardless, I'm sure that we can change people. I'm sure that the people who maybe are victims of propaganda or misinformation, who might have the wrong idea but deep down have something good to share with the world, that maybe if instead of shutting them out we try to change them, I think that the world will be a much nicer place. And that's why I want all of you to be as kind as you can. Evil does exist. Every once in a while there will be someone, whether they're a demon like me or whether they're a human being like you. You must be aware that sometimes it does exist. There are some people out there who will never be changed, but they are rarer than you think. Much rarer than you think. Chances are, if you meet someone on the street, they probably are, deep down, a good person. But be aware that it will never be worth truly sacrificing yourself for somebody else. Self-sacrifice is a bold thing, but your life is just as valuable as anyone else's. Okay? So while I want you to be kind, don't do so at such an incredible expense that it starts to take so much from you that you can't do it anymore. Be kind to others and be kind to yourself. No matter how many times it may seem like the easy way out is just that, easier. You might be right in some cases, but to keep living is a tremendous honor, and to get to do so in such a wonderful world where evil may exist and where evil often does gain significant ground. Something I like to remember and to believe is that evil in some ways carries the seeds of its own destruction. A lot of the time, simply by virtue of continuing to be kind, we will watch as evil slowly ceases to exist. It will always exist, but in individual forms, it will become unstable, and it may even defeat itself in many cases. So evil might feel very overwhelming at times, and it might feel like you and I, what on earth could we possibly do? Sometimes the best thing to do is to continue to be good and to continue to live. For good to live in the face of that is the It's the greatest insult to any kind of evil institution. So if you are going to do anything, like we said earlier, no matter where you are in life, no matter how scared you are, how badly you want things to be different, all I want you to do is, no matter how afraid you feel, plant your feet upon the ground, find your footing, take your time to find it, but find it, and then pick a direction and walk. It's I think it was Martin Luther King said, if you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But we must always be moving forward because, and this is what I say, all of your greatest days, think of the best days that you've ever had. More like them lie in the future, but you will not reach them if you do not move forward. So let's move forward together. Let's keep walking. Let's do so with pride. And of course, when we do, what are we going to be to the rest of the world? Wherever we walk, what will we be? You're damn right we're going to be kind.